The problem that the commentary of Rashi addresses, according to the Rebbe, is the inclusion of the word li into the opening command of Vayikchu li Truma, but not because of La Hashem Ha'aretz Lo'ah, and therefore whatever I own personally is not really mine, but merely entrusted to me, nor for the reason that God lacks nothing, and therefore the giving of the items mentioned in this perek accomplishes nothing, nor for the problem of taking a davar gashmi, something that is physical, and transferring it over to God, a non-gashmi entity, because each of these three arguments are matters involving theology, and the concern of Rashi in his commentary is to identify and respond to the Chumash text from the standpoint of the Pshuta Shel Mikra. Theological issues regarding the relationship between God and man belong primarily in the world of Midrash. The problem, as is understood by the Rebbe, is with the word li, which of course refers to God. If so, this fact is self-evident. Obviously, they were to take the raw materials mentioned in the perek, and if these materials were to be used as the Chumash states for the making of a Mishkan, then the text should have read Vayikchu Truma, with the pasuk going on to state that this gift must be voluntary, not one that is forced upon the nation against their will. In other words, the inclusion of the word li is unnecessary, the li is superfluous, and it is to the superfluous li that Rashi addresses in his commentary, li lishmi. And here we come to some precision Rashi, whereby it was noted earlier that if the problem is the word li, and if headings must match the commentary, then technically there was no need for Rashi to include the word Vayikchu and Truma into the heading. There is, however, one added aspect to Rashi's commentary, and that is that the li lishmi, that Moshe was to tell the Bnei Yisrael that from the moment of the Vayikchu, the designating, the taking of the raw materials, from the very beginning, that act must be l'shem shamayim, with the intention that the gift be used for the making of the Mishkan. The flip side of this interpretation is that if the contribution lacked the lishmi, was for example given for ulterior motives, then that contribution is deemed to be invalid. And on this basis, Rashi includes the word Vayikchu into the heading of the commentary of Li Lishmi because it informs the Li Lishmi interpretation. What remained is the use of the word Vayikchu, which as noted was grammatically incorrect. The text should have read Daber el b'nei Yisrael v'nyitnu li truma. The Lamed Kuf Chet Shoresh is appropriate in the second stanza of the pasuk, Me'et kol ish asher yidavenu libo tikchu et trumati, because here the subject is not the Bnei Yisrael, but rather those officials who were charged with collecting the truma from the nation.